Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Danvas Maharaj.
Oh, I've got
This is
audio.
Ramananda.
I have audio. Yes, Ramananda. I know that voice. I know that.
Very kind of you. Lucky me.
Krishna Krishna. All right. So, dear devotees, welcome one and all our family coming together. Look, all our family. And Dana, yesterday, Munindra Mohan Prabhu is especially asking about you yesterday after our Italian program. So,
Oh, I was so grateful. I love that. I love you guys. It's such a special group over there, and they're just so sweet. And here too, everywhere. I'm just grateful. So happy to be here. Thank you for everything.
and did you hear Krishna Kanta's flow of sweet expression about her coming to Gurudev?
I did. So sweet.
So sweet, yes, all right. So we were referring to yesterday's Italian Zoom and a very sweet evening program. And every evening there's a sweet program, actually. It's just at one day a week. Then they're broadcasting on Zoom. And it is Italian, mainly. And we also chit-chat away in English a little bit, time to time. All right, and here we are, all in English on our Zoom back to basics, where really it is very late at night for some of you. It is evening for some and morning for some. Chintamani somewhere in India, and Andrea, oh, so late, not Ante, but late at night. Then we are with Anno Krishna Devidasi and Radha Sundari in India too, Gangalila in USA, Ramananda, San Jose, where this back to basics all began in California, and hence the timing is meant to be suitable for California. And Scarlett in Sweden with a beautiful Tulsi. Is this our Tulsi? Oh, it is our. Is it our Tulsi? I can't see. It's a bit small. No, it's your Tulsi.
Hare Krishna, yes, it's my Tulsi. Thank you.
We are claiming Tulsi. Oh, my Tulsi, your Tulsi. Just see. All right. So, dear devotees, let us begin as we do with the invocation. Today, if you have the songbook, if you have it open, I don't know the page, but it's let's chant today Srila Govinda Maharaj's Pranam mantra and Srila Sridhar Maharaj's Pranam mantra. And then Om Gyan, then as we do Namo Mahavaranyaya, and then Vanchakalpatarubhyascha. So if you have the songbook, I think most of you probably know already by heart. It's Gurubhabhista Supurakam. All right, then slowly together. Gurubhabhista Supurakam Guru Ganaira Shisha Shambhushitam Chintya Samasta Veda Nipunam Shri Rupa Pantanugam Govinda Vidhamujvalam Varatanam Bhaktyan Vitang Sundaram Vande Vishwa Gurung Chadivya Bhagavat Premno Hi Bija Praram Devam Divyatanam Sachandavadanam Balakachalantritam Sanjananda Puram Sadekavaranam Vairagya Vidyam Buddhim Shri Siddhantanidim Subhaktilasitam Sarasvatanam Baram Vandetam Shubhadam Madhakesharanam Nyashishwaram Shri Dharam and Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Shri Siddhanta Saraswati iti Vidito Gauriya Gurvan Vae Bhato Bhanuriva Prabhata Gagane Yogora Sankirtanai Mayavaditi Mingilo Daragatan Udritya Jivaniman Krishna Prema Sudabdi Kahana Sukang Pradat Prabhum Tang Vaje. Okay. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Anmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gora Tvijay Namaha. Vancha Kalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So welcome to you all and to Jagamohini Devi Rasi. Very happy today that I have the opportunity to have Facebook on as well as Zoom. So today we're able to see you, well, see you through your name. And so happily with the devotees' names, we get so much remembrance. And one thing yesterday in the evening program, Krishna Kanta was describing about how she came to Krishna consciousness, but she mentioned about one devotee, Peter Vas Prabhu. And first of all, she's explaining in Italian, flowing, 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 which some of you Brazilians may follow the Italian, and I can follow like bits of it. But as soon as I heard Peter Vas's name, then in my mind, in my heart, somewhere inside of me, in my feeling, then I had a big smile inside my feeling, because he's a sweet devotee and a sweet devotee of Gurudev. He's passed away now. He passed away several years ago, a little young, but the world catches everybody sooner or later, whether young or old. We are here for a short time. Anyway, he passed away, but he's remembering him. He was such a good-hearted, sweet devotee, but he just could not leave some habit, and that habit meant that Gurudev, as Gurudev would say, he kick out of Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, and with affection kicked him out. And he knew that he couldn't stay in the mat with his bad habit. And Gurudev gave chance for him, gave more chance, but finally, no, cannot stay in the mat with these habits. Hare Krishna, Shipatandi Maharaj, clean shaven, and his associates, less recently shaven. Jai Leela Sundarpur, Lakshmi Didi, Govinda Govinda. So anyhow, Peter Vas Prabhu, he literally was sent out from Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, but with affection, you can say. And he knew he had to go, and he was very affectionately respectful to Srila Gurudev and to everybody. And anyway, we know him kind of quite well, because we, after all, we were living with him for quite a while. And anyway, he was kicked out of the mat. But after he was kicked out of the mat, he went to Jagannath Puri, and he did his particular life that he did in Jagannath Puri. And that's where he met Krishna Kanta before she was Krishna Kanta. And so all of this, Krishna Kanta did not mention yesterday when she was describing about how she came to Krishna consciousness. She met this devotee in Puri who told her, oh, you're looking for Guru. Well, if you're looking for Guru, go to Navadip, Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. There you will find the Guru of the universe. Now, he said this to her, and from that, she said, oh, yes, okay, I'm going to Navadip. And there in Navadip, at Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, she did indeed find the Guru of the universe. But it's not irony, it's just the way the Lord works. And Krishna Kanta, she said, again, not yesterday, but this is just within conversation when she talked about it, she said, I'm so happy he was kicked out of Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. If not, I would not have met him in Puri. And he was kicked out of the mat. Means this is, I mean, kicked out doesn't sound so good, but as Gurudev's expression, he must be get kicked out of the mat like this. So, because to live in the ashram, there is a standard. You can't just live, you know, do all the wrong things. Some opportunity to become clean in our life, but if not possible, then we have to be outside the temple. So anyway, he was out of the temple, but still he was always keeping affectionate correspondence and sending things to the mat. And he would send some gifts were a little extraordinary. I think they just came to him. Perhaps somebody gave to him and then he gave to the temple. But I remember he gave a video mixer at one time, like a board with all these things for mixing video with the video input. We didn't even have a video camera at that time. But it was very good intentioned and, you know, had his own particular nature. But I'm just mentioning this because there are all kinds of devotees, and it's not oh, he did wrong things, but still, you see, he was a devotee, so I can also do wrong things. It is not that we should look for an excuse in this world for doing things which we would have some maybe previous natural tendency to do. We must try to become clean in our devotional life. We do have a little part to play to show our willingness. But there are exceptions, and you know, those who really are somehow or another, you know, stuck in their ways, then it doesn't mean you can't have devotional service. So everybody can chant Hare Krishna. This is for sure. And Gurudev did express this from time to time, and he said, I'm not undermining Srila Prabhupada, who gave the, you know, very strictly the 4 principles and everything else. But he said, actually, everyone can chant Hare Krishna. And this is the point. And also, is Dana? Yes, Dana's here. What I didn't say yesterday evening, but it was in my mind to say, but there wasn't an opportunity because it was a full program that overran its time. It went over time. Is that everyone can chant Hare Krishna, and not to wait until, okay, once I'm initiated, when I am initiated, then I'll chant Hare Krishna, then I'll, you know, be vegetarian, then I'll offer my food, then I'll follow Ekadashi. We should try to do everything nicely already. I mean, everybody anywhere, and not to wait until we are a saint and perfect person before we chant. Otherwise, if we're honest to ourselves, you know, are we really ever going to chant the holy name of the Lord? Because we're not saints, we're not perfect persons, but we do have faith in the Lord and in his name and in the Vaisnavas and in Guru, the Gurus which really, it is Gurudev, Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. They are the agents which have brought Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's message. And his message, he is the reformer of Mahaprabhu's teachings for India and for the world. The world didn't need a reformer because they hadn't got a polluted version, if you like, diluted or polluted version of Mahaprabhu's teachings, which was prominent in India. But Srila Saraswati Thakur cleaned up everything in India, set the standard as Mahaprabhu Rupa Sanatan would want, as their agent, as the pure descending agent from the upper world to here. Right now, just the generation before means literally my grandfather, Guru, my Guru's Guru, Srila Prabhupada's Guru, Srila Sridhar Maharaj's Guru, Srila Gurudev's grand Guru, but in a much more intimate sense, because Srila Guru Maharaj said of Srila Gurudev that it is as though he met and knew Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur more so than most of my godbrothers who had his association. So this is Srila Govinda Maharaj too. So Guru is Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and that current has come from him, headed by Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev. And now we understand, we know it, that everyone in the world now is recruited and bringing into connection with these masters. Connection of the holy name and connection of seva. Because whatever Gurudev did, he considered that is seva to Guru Maharaj. And of course, whatever Guru Maharaj did, then that is seva to Srila Saraswati Thakur. And so this is the system for us. So anyway, every devotee has a different nature. And we were very happily hearing Peter Vass's name yesterday, Peter Vass's sincere direction. And there also, Krishna Kantar, in her story of, how did you come to your spiritual master? This story always, this question always brings fresh stories from all the different devotees, because everyone's path is unique. And there she also mentioned the name of Shruta Shrava Prabhu, who is another dear devotee of his own particular nature and character. When Krishna Kantar came to Chaitanya Saraswat Mat in Navadip, then Shruta Shrava was there, and he also gave her some advice about Srila Gurudev. So Krishna Kantar, she very happily told her story yesterday evening. I don't know where the recordings are. Probably on the Facebook. I do not know if it's on the Facebook of Vila Govinda Ashram. But I know it's recorded, those Wednesday Italian Zooms. And by the way, while she was talking, there were only 3 of us who did not know Italian. There was Tungarasa in Norway, there's Dana, and myself, and I catch a little bit of Italian, but not very much. And so there are only 3 of us. And I was thinking to say to Krishna Kantar, because she'd been flowing in Italian, as Italians do. And I was thinking to say, it's not necessary to translate to English. We can catch up with each other, later on, just the 3 of us who don't know English. But happily, she then went into English, and not by way of, I'm translating what I just said, but it was actually a fresh description in English, a very happy, alive description that she gave. So we are grateful for that. So that's Peter Vas Prabhu, and that's Shruta Shrava Prabhu, who became Vaisnava Maharaj. And he is a householder. He had several children. I don't remember exactly how many, 7, 8, 9, like this. Quite a few.
Around 9.
Around 9. Okay. Thanks,
yeah,
Raman.
two marriages. Yeah. So first one, there were 2 children, 3 children, maybe, I don't know. First one, 3 children, then I think 5 or 6 from Sanatani Devi.
Yeah. So we'll settle for around 9. So in other words, he was a definite family man, and his house was always basically, he had at least one devotee, sometimes more than one devotee, living with him, because he was just very generous natured. If somebody was in need, someone was in difficulty, come and stay in my house. I'll look after you, like for the time being, we'll look after you. So he had all his own children. And remember, children are not always, child is, 7, 6, and like this. Children grow up, so they also have their friends. And so his house was quite an active house. And so about Shruta Shrava Prabhu, who became Vaisnava Maharaj later. Anyway, Shruta Shrava Prabhu, he was the temple president or the manager, I don't know what name you want to give it, of the SoCal ashram, the ashram in California, one of the two ashrams in California. So SoCal, which is near Santa Cruz, which is a famous surfing place. This ashram in the countryside, he was the manager there for some time. And while he was the manager there, he had to kick out, get kicked out, one devotee because of his behavior and some things which are wrong from the ashram. And we'd have to remember, we'd have to consult with somebody to get the full story. Anyway, he just had to kick him out because you can't have, as we said, you just can't have some things going on in the temple, when somebody's got some bad habits which won't leave them. And so anyway, something similar situation, he had to kick him out. But then he went to him, after giving so many chances and said, Prabhu, you got to leave from the temple. Then that devotee, he said, but Shruta, where am I going to stay? I got nowhere to go, and you're being heartless, you're kicking me. I mean, whatever it is, I wasn't there for the dialogue. And then Shruta said, well, I have to kick you out of the temple, but you can come and stay in my house. So, he gave him shelter in his own home, along with his wife and all the children and the children's friends who come by all the time. And this way, again, the nature of the devotees, that we can see so many examples of what is personal dealings with others, what is putting Guru, Vaishnava, Krishna consciousness at the center, what is forgiveness, what is giving second chance, third chance, giving every chance to the devotees. Because devotees, we don't really kick it out any devotee unless it is an exceptional case of offensiveness and unchasteness to Guru. This also Gurudev, that was something Gurudev did not appreciate, and especially anyhow in Navadip, one or two instances when devotees are staying in our mat and going to other temples to go to listen to a guru who also, especially if it was a person that Gurudev knows, they're not giving the right siddhanta, but staying in the mat and going elsewhere, and then not attending the program in our mat, then they have to also go. And that is not with the same kind of, a mercy that someone who's a little addicted to intoxicants and things. That is a difficult one. So anyhow, but this idea that if you're sending somebody out from the ashram, you don't want to send anybody out from devotional life, the devotional connection. It is not that, oh, you're kicked out of the ashram, you're a reject, you have no chance in your spiritual life. Always Gurudev is giving encouragement to everyone. And what did Gurudev give in those handwritten guidances? He gave, one of them was strengthen the faith of others and yourself in the line of Srila Guru Maharaj, something like that. Oh, my flashlight is on. Hare Krishna. So we shall always try to strengthen the faith in others. Let me just have a quick look. I'll tell you exactly what Srila Gurudev said. Try to, it's very small. So therefore, we take advantage of what I think Vrindavan Das Thakur did not have. At that time, I don't think they had spectacles. And Vrindavan Das Thakur, when he's writing Chaitanya Bhagavat, when he's writing that, and much of which was written right there where our ashram is in Vrindavan, his temple was given to Gurudev's care. When he's 90 plus years old, he's writing, and there in Chaitanya, Krishnadas Kaviraj, I'm thinking of, not Vrindavan Das Thakur. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj, writing Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita there in the temple, his temple, which came into Gurudev's care in Vrindavan. Then he writes now and again, I can't sit properly, I've got so many diseases in my body, I can hardly see, but somehow, Madana Mohan, the Lord is making my hand right. And it is amazing to me that this is happening. I can hardly see. And I sometimes think that they didn't have spectacles, I don't think, in the time of Mahaprabhu. So anyway, Srila Gurudev saying, try to increase faith of others in the line of Mahaprabhu as directed by Srila Guru Maharaj. So we will always try to do that, to increase the faith of others. And this, again, this is the like personification of Srila Gurudev. This is his nature. And so, remembering the devotees, and if you mention other devotees, we can start to think about that. For each of the devotees, then we're very happy to remember their glories, remember their mood, remember their relationship when they had a relationship with Srila Gurudev, with Srila Guru Maharaj. And we'll always see, such wonderful, unique things with every devotee. Devotees are not all carbon copies of each other and impersonal, detached, doing their things. Not. They're very personal and attached to Seva, attached to Guru, attached to living a living life of devotional service. Hare Krishna. And that's without anybody asking a question. Just see. Leela Moy, YouTube. Oh, okay. So is that yesterday evening's talk, Leela Moy Prabhu?
Actually not. Is the YouTube channel where the Zooms are there.
Oh, okay.
The yesterday Zoom is not there yet. Probably in a few days, maybe.
Okay. Oh, well, thank you very much. Govinda, excuse me. Hey, Govinda. By Krishna's grace, I don't have a cold, but we do sneeze from time to time. Italian, oh, I see, Italian Zooms. Leela Moy, look, you've put...
Sneezing is good, they say. In India, they say sneezing is good for you. It releases the excess pressure.
Okay, very good. I'm under pressure, just see. And Leela Moy has kindly put in the chat box a photograph of this handwritten guidance of Gurudev, and you can download it. Just click on the download button if you've got a computer. And this is good for everybody, everywhere. And it's Gurudev's handwriting. I promise you, 2000% it is his handwriting. We know his handwriting very well. We were doing his correspondence, reading his handwriting, doing things for many, many years. So we can guarantee it. Hare Krishna. And while we're here, we can also read them again. Okay, first volunteer to read with meaning and with transmission these 7 or 8 points that Srila Gurudev has written by hand. Volunteer to read them.
I can.
Okay, Priyanana Devirasa, you're the first. Please read with transmission. We are all ears to hear you because I don't have my specs on.
If I can. First, read Sri Gita and holy books, right? Regularly.
Oh, louder. Oh, you're somewhere with devotees around you, aren't you? It's early morning in St. Petersburg.
Okay. Read Sri Gita and holy books regularly. First one. Second, congregational chanting arranged.
Arrangement.
Yes. Third, not to criticize anyone.
Anyone. Yes.
anyone. Fourth, think seriously of spiritual life. Fifth, avoid Vaishnava aparad. 6. Follow 4 directives. And 7. Be humble, be tolerant, give honor to others. And the last one, try to increase faith of others in the line of Mahaprabhu as directed by Srila Guru Maharaj. Yes.
And this handwriting, the original of this, and who Gurudev was writing this for, was actually Kala Chand Prabhu, who is one of the sons, as you know, there's more than one, of Shrutashrava Prabhu, who we were mentioning just now in California. And Shrutashrava Prabhu, we were mentioning just now, a family man. And then I did say that he, in his later life, took sannyas and the name Vaishnava Maharaj. And Bhakti Sampat, I'm not sure.
No, Vaisnava Sharan Maharaj.
Huh?
Vaisnava Sharan.
Bhakti Sharan Vaishnava Maharaj.
Yeah, Bhakti Vaishnava Sharan Maharaj. I think that's what I remember.
It must be Bhakti Sharan Vaishnava Maharaj, because his name was Vaishnava. So the title, yes, is Bhakti Sharan Vaishnava Maharaj. Anyhow, so yes, so it's Bhakti Sharan Vaishnava Maharaj is the title he got. And but he was a family man, and especially when you have so many children, grandchildren, and so many relatives, then very attaching. Of course, it's a very attaching position in life, and with affection, with care for all. But he was diagnosed with terminal cancer at a certain point. And it's when he was diagnosed with terminal cancer, then he got that strong inspiration. Okay, so now I have to prepare to die. I have to prepare, and means death of the body. But he's a devotee since so many years, from Srila Prabhupada's time. And he knows that the body does not die. We've all read Bhagavad Gita. He's read Bhagavad Gita for many, many years. So, in a similar way, but of course not exactly the same way, as how Srimad Bhagavatam came about when King Parikshit, he knew he had 7 days to live. And therefore, he makes that preparation that, okay, so after 7 days, I'm going to start a new chapter of life. I'm going to leave this chapter with this body, start a new chapter of life. So what should I do to prepare? So similarly, Vaishnava Maharaj, that time Shrutashrava Prabhu, then he, with clear thinking, clear intention, then he took sannyas. He went to Srila Ashram Maharaj. This is already after Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj had disappeared. And he went to Srila Ashram Maharaj, in whom he had the faith and who received sannyas from Srila Guru Maharaj. And anyhow, this way he went to him and accepted sannyas, and this way prepared for his next life, or next chapter of his life, which means we're never without living. And another thing is that from that time, he became very focused in meeting everybody and people reaching, as Chintamani Didi would say. Preaching means people reaching. And he asked from me, and we're in Navadip at this time, and he asked from me the list, the mailing list for the devotees in USA. And he went through that list, visiting devotees, many of whom are not living in the temple. Some are living quite far away, this, that, and the other. And so he asked for that list. And then in his car, he went home to home and met the devotees, did programs, and he was very enthusiastic to encourage existing devotees, as well as to bring those who are searching and haven't yet come to Krishna consciousness or found Guru like that, to bring them into the line of Gurudev, Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. But he was basically gave his whole energy. And in fact, when the terminal cancer means you're going to arrive at the terminus, whatever it is, like the underground trains in London, they say when it comes to the end of the line, it says, this train will terminate here. Oh, okay. My goodness, what's going to happen to the train? So anyway, this train will terminate here. So when his termination came, he actually was on his way to catch a plane to Thailand when he also was in some pain. And he was on his way to Thailand to go to Russia. He was on a preaching tour. So he was using his energy right up to the end to engage in preaching. So it's not, oh, I'm going to die, and try to extend everything. And actually he passed away, and I was on the phone with him, perhaps, or with his wife, somebody very close to him. I think it wasn't actually with Shuta Shabra, it was with somebody close to him that morning, and they said, oh, he was on his way to the airport, he got some pains, he went to the hospital, and now in the hospital, they're just going to do a minor operation to remove the cause of this specific pain, but they consider it's a minor operation. And so it wasn't thinking, oh, now he's gone to the hospital and this is where this body will terminate. But it was a minor operation, but he passed away at that operation time. I mean, that's a bit of a sideline rather than the main point, but the main point being that he was engaged in seva right up to the last moment. And it was Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj that Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj would both quote as saying that, I wish to die in harness. And of course, in the time of horses, a horse, when he's harnessed, the harness on the horse, then that's when he's working. The horse is pulling the chariot, doing his duty. So this expression, I want to die doing my duty, exerting myself. And so many Vaisnavas, by the grace of the Lord, we have met, coming in, staying, coming in and passing through. So many Vaisnavas coming to Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, eternally connecting to the feet of lotus feet of Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj. And now I didn't put my phone on silent, but now it is, okay? And so when we remember the Vaishnavas, we're always very happy. And managing, if you manage anything, you're going to get headaches. As one of our senior sannyasis long ago told me, Mahananda, management means headaches. Oh, okay. Because you have to juggle all sorts of situations and impossible things that come up. Hare Krishna. So management means headaches. So I was just reflecting, because we were talking about different natures of the devotees, etc. And many things we have to try to harmonize when we have devotees coming together, serving together, living and eating together, and going to the programs together. And we have to try to assist to harmonize many things. But every devotee is a devotee, and all kinds of natures. Now you're wondering which stories are going through my head, aren't you? Not necessary to tell too many stories. By the way, elsewhere, it's in Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's guidance. that which has been given the title My Advice, and he has 14 points that he gave. And one point was not to engage, something like not to engage in idle talks or to discuss the character of others. Means we're not to talk about somebody's like mundane behavior, nature, character, but we can happily talk about the devotees' devotional character and the ornaments. When you see that they are devotee, then other, can say characteristics, they're ornaments to the devotion. And look who Krishna is. Krishna is surrounded by all sorts of characters and all sorts of different personalities. Madhumangal, stealing ladus and making sound by slapping under his armpit, making rude sounds, probably we would say. I mean, all sorts of natures of devotees surrounding Krishna. And surrounding Mahaprabhu. Look at Mahaprabhu, full of leela of different devotees and different devotees' nature. We can think of Jagadananda Pandit. Jagadananda Pandit, he can't tolerate Mahaprabhu sleeping on the hard ground or on like a minimum mat, those straw mats which just kind of insulate the cold a little bit, but there's zero softness there. And then he would make a little bit soft mattress for Mahaprabhu to lie on and give to him, and like all these things. And Mahaprabhu would say, no, I'm a sannyasi, I sleep on the floor. And then Jagadananda fasting, all sorts of things, fasting because Mahaprabhu won't accept the things he's giving him. And then, then Mahaprabhu becoming afraid of Jagadananda Pandit, that, I better, after some time, I better do what he wants. Otherwise, he will be fasting and he will be unhappy. And Mahaprabhu says to Jagadananda Pandit, I cannot tolerate that you will be unhappy. I am unhappy if my devotee is unhappy. So I must accept. And various leelas which take place with Jagadananda Prabhu, which, he's one of those eternal associates. Doesn't mean a 5-minute associate who comes and like Mahaprabhu tolerates some behavior for a little while and then, he goes back to his own village or something. An eternal associate happens to be an associate forever in the past, ever in the present, ever in the future. So, and that means if you're an eternal associate of Mahaprabhu, you're somebody very special. We have to look with that vision from here for sure. That means if we have a moment with Mahaprabhu, we'll think that we're super fortunate. What to speak of always being an associate of the Lord. Anyhow, Jagadananda Pandit and so many in the pastimes of Chaitanya Charitamrita. In other words, characterful. Devotees with their ornaments. And there's a nice expression we read in Chaitanya Charitamrita the other day. And Munindra Mohan, Prabhu, he stopped on that verse and kind of rolled through the first line 2 or 3 times. And it was something like Bhushaner Bhushana or Bhush, something, this word Bhushana coming twice. And that the Lord, that like the ornaments, the Krishna is the ornament of ornaments. Like the ornaments look even more beautiful because Krishna is wearing them. This kind of thing. Not that, Krishna becomes beautiful because he's wearing nice ornaments. But the ornaments become beautiful because Krishna is wearing them. This kind of expression. Okay, I've been chatting away all this time. So now if I become quiet, who is going to speak? Shripad Dandi Maharaj, you're the sannyasi. When I was not put in a corner and given sannyas before that time, I would say to the sannyasis, oh, your profession now is you are a blesser. Your duty is to give blessings. You're a sannyasi. Please give blessings. So Dandi Maharaj, give some blessing. Please, this is our humble request.
Jai. Vishnu Parshad Bhakti Ramasud Maharaj ki jai. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubhyeva. Vaishnavam Bhavani Vaishnavi Namo Namaha. To the glory of Shripad Bhakti Vaishnava Maharaj. Then one story in his life, amazing story we had, that he was jailed in favor of other devotee. Because this other devotee should be jailed, but Vaishnava Maharaj said, oh, this devotee, he doesn't experience in difficult conditions, but I have, because I grown in the state, so I should to be there instead of him. I'm not sure exact. So, but I think so. But I'm not sure it's exactly so, but I think so. Something like this. And Shripat Vaishnava Maharaj was jailed, and he spent some years in the jail. And he left jail knowing Bengali, Sanskrit, and some other things. And he was also a programmer, and he was skilled to make websites in jail. So. And I heard so many stories about Shripat Vaishnava Maharaj, but this story was really amazing. It was, for me, it was most amazing of his life, Lila. So he was so compassionate to Vaishnavas. So certainly this name was his nature name, Shripat Vaishnava Maharaj. So much he had so much Vaishnava compassion to others. So it's very beautiful, very it's very happy life in the to live Vaishnava life, to be in Vaishnava association. They are such generous souls. So at least, of course, everyone is a living person. Everyone is living well, of course. But it's amazing how much compassion have Vaishnavas to each other. How beautiful, how amazing their relationships. We read this in Chaitanya Charitamrita, and it was Mahaprabhu's time. But now, in living life, we have so much amazing Vaishnavas. I remember one lecture of Srila Masud Maharaj when he said, appreciate Vaishnavas why they still live. So we glorify Vaishnavas after their departure. But Masud Maharaj has said, please appreciate Vaishnavas why they are still living. So it's very important. And
Dandavat. Yes, and that really we do want to do that, and we do try to do that also. And so, and disregarding any like outside things which may look like an impediment or something wrong, we must always give appreciation, glorification, and Gurudev will say, with affection. And maybe we can't work closely with somebody or be closely with somebody for a length of time, but we will give the full affection and appreciation to them. And this is Gurudev's affectionate guidance, that we will give honor and recognize what the devotees are doing. And so many in our, you could say, mission and others' mission, but who is a devotee, what they're doing, we must give honor and not be like narrow in our idea, or only in our family, only this, etc., etc. And we must see that the Vaishnava with Vaishnavata means that natural quality of being a devotee of the Lord and his devotees. We must see that part of everyone and give appreciation. And what did Srila Gurudev say repeatedly? My religion is not to see the faults of others, but to see my own faults and correct that. Hare Krishna. So this is our standard of life given by our masters. Any question from anybody? All of you late night persons in Brazil. 3 of you with us. Oh my goodness. And we have Pavan Prabhu and Kamala. Pavan Krishna Prabhu and Kamala in Bangkok, in Thailand. In another opposite time zone. There it must be, I don't know what time, but 11 o'clock maybe. Yes, Priyanana, I see your mic. You opened your microphone.
Maharaj, it's not a question. I just wanted to make it clear that I got it right. That you said that when a man has devotion, his other features of character become the ornaments of his devotion, or something.
Well,
It's
be
like,
careful. Be careful.
yes.
It's not necessarily everything, or every character is an ornament. Some of those characteristics will be there, ornaments in devotion.
Okay. Yes. And we also have here in birds in Siberia one disciple of Vaishnav Maharaj, Dhananjaya Prabhu. I think you know him.
Yes,
And
yes, I do.
yes, he's still very active on the internet, and he posts a lot of materials in different groups dedicated to Srila Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, and Vaishnav Maharaj, whatever he can find. And he's always very, inspired and eager to talk about them and to find some pearls to post online. And you just mentioned that Vaishnav Maharaj went through the mailing list, like from door to door. And there is a group in Siberia, they are still called like birds, pirates, not parrots, pirates. Like Vaishnav Maharaj went there, I think maybe while he still was Shrutashara Prabhu. There was a community of young men, like, who became devotees, but probably they were not all from the, so to say, auspicious background. Yeah, but you just said this and this came to my mind. Maybe Dandi Maharaj knows more, but
What pirates
still
were they
one.
called?
It's the name of the small town, Burtsk.
Bursk pirates. Okay.
Yes, that's what Shrutashara Prabhu called them, and Dhananjaya Prabhu is one of them. That's why I mentioned. Yeah. So even like some, I don't know, maybe you think it's a small thing sometimes, like to go to one house, to meet one person, who knows. But then for someone it will become a long life journey. Just, you remember you also told us about one devotee. I think he traveled back to Mauritius, and for like 10 minutes he met someone in the airport, and then this person also became devotee, so you never know.
Yes. Yes. That was in the transit, just in the transit in Mauritius airport. Then meeting up with a devotee who was coming to India to go to the Bombay ISKCON temple. Now, we don't go fishing in other people's ponds. That, first of all, Gurudev says that. But they were just talking, and this way, it was Yudamanyu Prabhu, Seva Vikram. Yudamanyu Prabhu, he mentioned about, oh, well, I'm also going to India, but then he introduced Guru Maharaj, and then this devotee asked, oh, who is Guru Maharaj? And then he introduced him, and then that devotee, when he landed in India, he was like searching, still in the searching stage, and then immediately he got a train all the way from Bombay up to Calcutta and to Navadip, which those of you who know, I mean, it's quite a long journey, and especially in the olden days when we were young, you know, it will be quite an austerity to make that journey. And he went all the way there, met with Gurudev, and became Adhoksaja Prabhu. And he was one of the original leader in Mauritius to bring Guru Maharaj's message. From, yes, 10 minutes, I don't know, but for a brief time in the transit lounge, just talking with Yudamanyu Prabhu. So we never know the result of our introductions. And we seem to be talking a lot about Shrutha Shravana Prabhu today. It started with Peter Prabhu, now Shrutha Shravana Prabhu. But he could relate to everybody. That was like one of his qualities. He could relate to the tough guy on the street, and he can relate to the young child and everybody all the way across the spectrum. And so could Gurudev. I mean, this is a trait of Gurudev too. Doesn't matter anyone's past life. They're talking to a person in the present and saying from this point what opportunity you have in this world. And Radha Sundari Dedi has a quick question. So yes, you have a short question. Does it have a short answer or a long answer?
Dandavad, dear devotees. I hope it's a short answer. I was trying the other day to find this words. My religion is not to find faults in others, and I couldn't find it. Could you please tell me from which book is this, or where did Gurudev mention it? And the other question is about Krishna Kanta's story. Where can I hear if there was a recording?
All right. So first of all, where is that about? My religion is not to see the fault in others, but to see the fault in myself and to cure that. Where is it from? It's from Navadip, it's from Calcutta, it's from many places around the world. But which book is it from? Seva Rupa probably is your inside connection to find which book it's from. But we've heard it from, so where is it from? It's from Srila Gurudev's lotus mouth. We've heard it from his mouth on repeated occasions with great sincerity being said. Maybe Seva Rupa can find you where it is. I'm pretty sure it is in a publication, and Revealed Truth seems like a likely place to search. And if it's not in a publication, I'm sure it will be one day. From the many recordings which have not been put into print. And we are hearing recordings all the while. This is why you have a mobile phone. One of the main reasons. So you can hear Srila Gurudev. Oh, and I was listening, as some of you know, the Brazilians know, we've been going through the Uddhava Gita because it was requested by one of the devotees in Brazil. They had a question. Vaisnava Prabhu, talking about Vaisnava Maharaj. Vaisnava Prabhu had a question from the Uddhava Gita, and then we got a little addicted to hearing the Uddhava Gita and then continuing. So in that later part, and I don't know whether it's the Uddhava Gita or a little bit later, now I'm going to say, how the description, Krishna is describing how one should lead their day. And to start the day in remembrance of the Lord, in chanting the Lord's glories, hearing the scripture in praise of the Lord and devotional service, this kind of thing he's saying, and then to continue hearing throughout the day. It's not that we have a 20-minute reading or whatever it may be in the morning, close the book, and then we don't hear anymore. And then we think, we can do that because we have these modern things where we can do that. We can hear while we are traveling, while we're going somewhere, while we're washing our cloth and doing the things that don't take all of our attention, where we can hear. And so in the modern age, we can do things which would have been quite more difficult to do in previous time. How will you be hearing the scripture, hearing the descriptions of the great sages about Krishna's qualities, hearing Mahaprabhu's description of Krishna, which is super amazing description, by the way, in the 21st, chapter 21 of the Madhya Lila. What a description of the Lord. But we can hear these things now without having to have somebody nearby reading them to us, as it were, or reading or being somewhere near an assembly of Vaisnavas. We can hear these topics throughout the day. So we need to take advantage of these. Take advantage means utilize everything properly, nicely in the Lord's service. I don't see anything pop up in the chat box, so Sevarup is still looking.
Maharaj, my second question was if the Krishna Kanta's story, how she met Gurudev, was recorded in that Zoom yesterday you mentioned.
Okay, yes. So I'll copy and paste that link. Leela Moy Prabhu has given us on Facebook. This is where it will be. It's not yet posted. This is where the recordings get posted in the chat box. And so just keep a copy of that, and then I don't keep an eye on there, but Leela Moy mentions that perhaps it takes maybe a few days before it appears. I am here with the speakers and the posters, so I'll try and encourage them to post it as soon as possible, because it is beautiful. And it's the second part, perhaps, of that program. Once Krishna Kanta's flowing in Italian, and then in English. And both ways she's animated, Italian animated, with all the animation. All right, so we'll put in the pending tray to see if we can find somewhere where it's in black and white, Radha Sundari, where we've got Gurudev recorded saying that. But
thank you.
I guarantee he said it like time and time.
I heard this many times. I heard this many times mentioned in Russian and then in English, but then I thought, oh, where is it coming? Maybe it's in some book also. And I couldn't find it in black and white.
Okay, we'll keep looking. And very often when a question comes like this and we hear it in an audio or something, oh, here it is. It's not printed, but here it is. And another thing is, we can see, because we have memory of what Gurudev looked like and how he was. I mean, really, we can, in inverted commas, see Gurudev, remember him as he was saying this with all sincerity, all like his serious mood. My religion is not to see the fault in others, but to find the fault in myself and rectify that and correct that. And Gurudev, with all sincerity, expressing like this. All right, so dear devotees, and Madhava Prabhu joined us, and Krishna Mohini Didi joined us in Salt Lake City on Facebook, probably a long time ago. I didn't keep an eye on that. And the caving Twatan, Caving. When I was a teenager, I did go caving and I didn't find it so attractive because it's in the dark, caving. But in the mountains, in the open, little attraction to see nature. But the cave was a challenge, but dark, and it felt a little unnatural. Okay, I first saw as caving team, but maybe this is the name of a devotee. I'm not sure. Or a devotee with a devotee's name. Dear devotees, in appreciation to you all here on Zoom and on Facebook and in the recorded version, and with appreciation to each of you, and great appreciation, indebtedness eternally to our masters, Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Rock Kshira Dev Goswami Maharaj, Om Vishnupad Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and Om Vishnupad Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and our whole Rupa Nuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. So Jai is to them, and with our head at their feet, and let us all try to serve them by putting into practice their teachings. They will accept us by our attempt. Chant Hare Krishna, share with others, be as good as possible, and what else? Dance, maybe, if you're happy. Be happy and dance.
Maharaj,
Thank you
give
very
your
much.
blessing.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Scarlett.
You said now your profession is a blesser.
I
you
didn't
can
say
give-
my profession was a blessing. I
No,
said earlier, I would say to the sannyasis that they are, now their profession is a blessing. I didn't say my profession was a blessing.
So karma comes back.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. But
Jai Shri
do
Bhakti
say,
Ranjan Madhusudan Maharaj ki Jai.
Jai.
I do say, I am a well-wisher giver. I give well wishes, but I also say the blessings come from upstairs to upstairs. So with my well wishes for a successful Seva week, and let's see whether we can find your quote in black and white for you, Radha Sundari Devidasi, and to each of you, my good wishes for the coming week. Jai Gurudev, Jai Guru Maharaj. Ami Ashchi.